welcome to the channel. If you like Stardew Valley but are tired of the vanilla game, this video is for you. I'm going to go over a few different types of mods, starting with aesthetic mods. These mods stay true to the game but just change a little bit of the look of the game. The mod that I choose to change my farm is called the Zenith Farm. This one adds a lot of different things to your farm. It adds cliffs as well as some waterfalls, and obviously changes the look of all of your buildings. It also adds some forageable items across your farm that you can find throughout the different seasons. And then it adds permanent fencing for your barns and coops. This farm is super cute, and it has a lot of space to grow your crops. And then it also has this little nook down in the bottom left-hand corner that you can forage your hardwood as well as other forageable items. This mod has permanent decorations all around, so you'll see hay bales that were added, and then also it has minecarts that you can use throughout your farm. This next mod is for your greenhouse. It adds a little spa, kind of like you can go to by the train tracks, and then it also adds a little fountain, and then just some extra space so that you can plant all of your crops and trees. It adds some decorations as well, so it's super cute. This one can also be changed, so if you want a smaller greenhouse or if you like the bigger one, this can be changed in the mod configuration menu that we will look at later. This also adds a staircase down into your cellar, and as you go through that, you'll actually end up back in your house, so it's kind of a quick way to get back to your house. This one is in your cave, whether you choose mushrooms or fruit. It adds a little fairy cave underneath, and it's super cute. Alright, this next mod is going to be your menu mods. So I have the mod configuration menu, which allows me to edit my mods as I'm playing the game. As you can see, I have all of my mods on here. This next one is the loved gifts. So it's easy to kind of find what loved gifts each individual has. And then you can find your NPCs on this one on your map, which is super helpful. Lastly, we have the Fashion Sense mod that gives you this menu that you can pick different clothing that wasn't originally in the game. They are permanent clothing, so you can wear clothing underneath. This will allow you to keep their buffs and still look fashionable. Lastly, we have our expansion mods. So these are some of the main mods that I use and love. This first one is called Ridgeside Village. So it is a part of the mountains. So you use a ski lift to get up into the mountains to this expansion. Cute little cutscene to get up there. There's a ton of different NPCs and a lot of different areas and quests. So this is probably the largest expansion mod that I have. Here we have Lenny. She is the mayor of Ridgeside Village. She's also Mayor Lewis's older sister, so that is a super fun connection. Here is the village. There's a ton of different buildings as well as a lot of different quests, just kind of like in Pelican Town that you can choose from, as well as a NPC map as well. So you can see all the different types of NPCs in Ridgeside Village. There's also marriage candidates, so there's about 14 other marriage candidates added to the game with this mod, and then a few of them are actually locked, so you have to go through a storyline with them to be able to unlock them for marriage. So super cool, a ton of much content, and really fun to kind of go and explore this area. The next one is Stardew Expanded. This one adds just to Pelican Town, So all over Pelican Town, you'll see this mod has kind of changed a few things. In the museum, you can see the glass boxes around everything, which I think is super cute, as well as a few different NPCs that we'll see as we kind of go through here in some extra areas. So this is an area that I believe is added to most farms, but if you have a modded farm like I do, it's added outside of the farm as you walk through to Pelican Town. So this is a shed. This is also a quest line that you can do and complete. I have completed this one. You can kind of see this little workstation area. And then this other area outside of it is for you to put machinery or other items. And then you also have a greenhouse upstairs. This is a community garden area that you can add crops to. And then we have Morris's house, the Joja Mart manager. So he has a mansion in town right by Pierre's house. And so he has a family, but whenever you complete the community center and he leaves, his family actually stays. Look at that giant fireplace. So crazy. But it's a super cool house. And then also, like I said, it adds his family as NPCs that are also marryable. So that is super fun. This also adds to the mountains area. So we have an emerald farm by the train tracks. And also you can go through to the peak, which is a quest line that you can kind of uncover that before 100% the game. Here is another farm or a vineyard. Sophia, she's one of people's favorites. And then we also have Fairhaven Farm. So just kind of some added places to the game, as well as the Adventurers Guild was pushed back into the mountains a little bit and then given a little bit more space. And then you can see that there is a little area down here with a boat, which is also a quest line that I have not completed yet, but you will bring Marlin a whole bunch of bug parts and he will allow you to use his boat to sail away. The Enchanted Forest also has some expanded content, as well as this little vineyard or winery area in the woods. So I have since finished that quest, so it's super cool. And then also the Wizard's Hut is a little bit different. You get to see some NPCs like the henchmen, and add a little bit more to those NPCs. As well as Gunther is now a giftable character. This is East Scarp, another expansion pack. This one is more for other modders to continue adding to it. So there's a lot of houses that are unfilled where there are mods that you can actually get to fill those houses. So I love this mod because you can kind of customize the town. One of my favorite families is the first families that are part of East Scarp. That is Jacob. He is a vet and he has a ton of different animals and farm animals. And he has just a super cool house and a super cute little daughter. And obviously the Emperor, super cute. The next one is Zuzu, downtown Zuzu. And you can get here from the train or you can get here from the bus. So either way, it'll actually take you into two different spots. There's a pizza place. There's actually Joja HQ. And this looks like where you actually started whenever you start the game. So this might have been where you actually worked, which is super cool. You can buy things that if you didn't take the JoJo route, like the auto petter, you can actually buy those things. There's a few different NPCs, not as many are giftable or you can talk to, but there's a lot of different areas in downtown Zuzu that you can go to. You can actually buy this apartment to stay, and there's also a few other quests that you can do through Zuzu. So the airlines, you can actually go and fly to a resort through the airport. And then it also has a little shopping mall with a whole bunch of shops and people in it, which is super cool. There's a little spooky garage that you can go into. I'm not sure exactly what that, if there's any quest for that one, but there also is a nightclub. There's also a wood mill that you can fix up, and then also a map with all the NPCs. This next one is one that doesn't have any additional NPCs, but it does have a ton of farmland. It's called Grampleton Fields. All these mods have some additional cutscenes, as well as some festivals that you can add to your gameplay. And then they'll also interact with each other. So all the Scarp and Ridgeside Village people will come to the festivals, which adds a lot more fun to those events. And then they'll also talk about each other, which is super fun. I love how they integrate that. The modding community is really great. They also have a community day, which I believe is added by Stardew Expanded, which everybody will come to the community center for. This next one is my absolute favorite. It's called the Little Red Schoolhouse. So all the mods that I just talked about will add the children, and the children will all come to the schoolhouse and be taught by Penny. So they come here every day, as well as if you have your kids and you have the Age Up mod, that will allow your kids to go to school with them. Look at all those kids. So the festivals have some additional areas to hold all the new NPCs, but nothing has actually changed about those festivals, but it just kind of adds more dialogue with those characters. Super fun. And then also there's some added areas that you can farm on. So there's Grampleton Fields, and then the meadows that are in Scarp. And then finally, an honorable mention is the elevator to the Skull Caverns. That kind of helps you get to that level 100. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as I'll be making some more modded videos, more in depth about all of these mods, and then some additional mods that I've added more recently. Thanks for watching.